Welcome to JambarTV. I'm Rachel Gobeb.
And I'm Brandon Brown. This week we'll discuss the United Way's Day of Caring and the Kitchen Post's latest success. Also, NFL legend Ron Jaworski's visit to campus.
And later, we'll look at the reintroduced gospel choir classes, plus a weekly update on YSU sports and so much more.
In celebration of Constitution Day, members of the nationally ranked Youngstown State University's Moot Court team presented oral arguments for a case problem on September 17th in front of a jam-packed audience in Todd Hall. Rachel has more.
Moot Court is a simulated argument in front of the Supreme Court of the United States, where participants are given a fictional case problem. Samantha Fritz argued along with her partner Jacob Tomery in front of various Ohio judges from the Ohio Supreme Court, Federal District Court, and the 7th District Court of Appeals. Both teammates are senior philosophy and political science majors, and Fritz says she is fortunate to have the opportunity to present arguments to judges of such high caliber.
It is probably one of the coolest things that I've ever been able to do as an undergrad, being able to have access to these resources. I don't think that I would be able to have this opportunity if I didn't come here.
Motaz Abdel-Rasul agrees with Fritz, saying Moot Court has been his most rewarding experience at YSU.
The communication skills, the ability to handle questions from individuals and be able to craft your argument well, those are all skills that are transferable to really any career.
Abdel-Rasul had the opportunity to argue in front of judges with his teammate Michael Factor, a sophomore political science and philosophy major. For Ohio Supreme Court Justice Pat DeWine, it was the second time he judged Moot Court students. DeWine says when he came to the university 2 years ago, he was impressed by the students' abilities.
It's really impressive. I mean, you watch the quality of some of these students, and quite frankly, they could stand up with many of the lawyers we have in front of us in the Supreme Court.
The team is ranked 5th in the nation in the American Moot Court Association, behind the United States Air Force Academy and the University of Chicago. I'm Rachel Gobeb, JambarTV.
The Kitchen Post, a restaurant in downtown Youngstown, has been named one of the top 31 essential restaurant destinations in Ohio, according to clevescene.com. Since their doors opened in mid-2018, the Kitchen Post has had a loyal following, with over 5,000 followers on Instagram, nearly 8,000 likes on Facebook, and a 4-star review on Yelp. The Kitchen Post specializes in nouvelle cuisine, aiming to put a twist on international and American classics. Diners can enjoy handcrafted cocktails, weekend brunch, and weeknight specials like Taco Tuesday. In the future, the Kitchen Post hopes to start delivery service to reach more students and staff at YSU.
Alyssa Falcone has been named the inaugural Ives visiting professor in the Humanities Department at Youngstown State University. Former YSU faculty member David S. Ives and his wife Helga established the David and Helga Ives Distinguished Visiting Humanities Scholar position through a $1 million donation. Falcone is the first ever endowed visiting professor at YSU and will teach upper division classes on Italian literature and Italian American history. She says her goal is to get as many students as she can interested in learning Italian literature during her time at YSU. She encourages students with Italian American heritage to contact her to learn more about their lineage.
The United Way of Youngstown and the Mahoning Valley hosted the annual Day of Caring on September 6th and had 1,200 volunteers from the community. Stationed in the area near the Salvation Army on Glenwood, many organizations from Youngstown State University were represented for the annual Day of Caring. The YSU baseball team, the Alumni Association Pete's Pride, and the Student Nonprofit Leadership Organization were among the volunteers who spent the day helping the community.
We had about 900 people between the Red Cross volunteers just working to get lunch ready for everyone, volunteers riding around giving water, and those volunteers that got down and dirty and were picking up trash and were picking up those tires and clearing brush that hasn't been cleared in years. So we had a massive amount of people working right here, and really between like 9:30 and 12:30, they got the job done. It was amazing.
A former YSU student has impacted the community and found a passion for giving back. Jambar reporter Amanda Jornt has more.
For a Youngstown State University graduate, taking part in community service work during his college years helped him discover his true passion and guided him down a new career path. Tyler Palakis began his community service duties in 2017 through the Health Professions Affinity Community Organization, working toward combating local health disparities. Palakis later discovered the Core for Rural and Urban Success and Health program through a national platform called AmeriCorps, where members need to critical community matters across the nation. Palakis served as the leader core member of the CRUSH program, facilitating community health programs in local high schools and colleges.
The biggest takeaway that I got from it was the ability to change someone's mindset and make them, realize that they are worth something and that they do have the potential to do great things. The students that we worked with sometimes did not feel as if that they were doing something for their community and doing something that would be great or known by the community.
Palakis worked on various projects, including a drug abuse symposium at YSU, and the Hope for Happiness Suicide Prevention Walk at Hiram College. While receiving his bachelor's degree in biology, Palakis completed his nonprofit leadership certificate through the Williamson College of Business and Administration, making his passion for nonprofit leadership apparent in his coursework.
We worked with Help Network of the Mahoning Valley, and students worked to create solutions to some organizational challenges Help Network had, and Tyler was the team leader. It was obvious that he led his team towards success in that student consulting project, again, through his engagement, his commitment, and his intelligence.
Being able to lead community service work in Youngstown led Palakis to pursue a master's in public administration with a focus on nonprofit management through a program in Georgia.
This program really focuses on, public service, nonprofit management, public service management. So I'm very excited about it and get the opportunity to work with many organizations that, I'm passionate that do the same work that I'm interested in.
Amanda Jornt, JambarTV.
Amazon Prime has a new program to promote deals and savings opportunities for students at YSU. Amazon has partnered with marketing agency Riddle & Bloom to hire a campus manager to inform students about deals. Hannah Thomas, the campus manager for YSU, has already gotten to work promoting Prime for students.
What my position entails is a lot of marketing here on campus. I am supposed to meet interaction goals every 2 weeks here on campus, just talking about Prime, what the benefits are. Every 2 weeks I enter a different phase of the program and promote different things. So far I've done fast free delivery, and then I'm currently on the phase of Alexa.
Thomas will continue to promote Amazon Prime student throughout the fall and spring semester.
Throughout the week, Youngstown State University students and staff have experienced issues connecting to Wi-Fi while on campus. The IT Service Department sent out 2 campus-wide emails on September 17th and 18th addressing the issue and apologizing for the inconvenience, but not offering a direct solution. Ryan Gillard, Director of Information Technology and Infrastructure at YSU, says the current issues stem from a complication within IT's 5-year campus-wide software refresh plan. According to Gillard, the majority of classrooms are wired so professors shouldn't have difficulties connecting in the classroom, and students can take advantage of on-campus computer labs rather than using personal hotspots for their laptops or going off campus to get work done. For additional reporting on this topic, visit thejambar.com.
The Youngstown State University Newman Center allows students to come together and enjoy a home-cooked meal through their Table of Plenty program. The Newman Center has provided this service for over 4 decades as an outreach for the YSU community and aims to help students experience different cultures and communities within their university. The service is held at the Newman Center at 6 p.m. every Wednesday night.
It's an experience where people can come They didn't have to have any fronts. They can just be themselves and enjoy the evening and camaraderie that we have.
I also see a lot of students who really don't have that typical family life, or what we consider to be, having dinner every Sunday. Some don't have that, so having this ability to maybe meet up with a group of people that just want to eat together is a really nice opportunity for a lot of students, whether they're from here or not.
YSU welcomed NFL legend, ESPN analyst, and Youngstown alum Ron Jaworski, more commonly known as Jaws, to YSU to give a presentation on preparing for a life in sports media. Jaworski had to take a double take walking around campus as he noticed many changes from when he graduated in 1973.
I did not recognize the campus when I walked up Wick Avenue. I was so excited about it to see the changes that have been made here at Youngstown State, and I couldn't be more proud of the university right now. My career as a player, my career as a broadcaster, I was busy every weekend during the football season. So this is the first chance I've really had to get back to Youngstown and see a game, and I'm very excited about it. I've been on the field, I've been in the stadium, and it's showing incredible growth of what Youngstown State University not only means to Youngstown, but this entire region.
After the end of the speech, Jaws made time to take photos with the attending students and sign autographs. Jaws spent most of his college career playing at John Napick Field at Campbell Memorial High School before Stambaugh Stadium opened in 1982. For the first time since Jaws went on to the NFL, he got to watch his alma mater take the field as the Penguins played Duquesne.
Indianapolis, the heart of hoops hysteria. And beginning in March, the home of the Horizon League men's and women's basketball championships. 8 teams look to reach the horizon and punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Semifinal action takes place Monday, March 9th, and Horizon League champions are crowned Tuesday, March 10th. Visit horizonleague.com for more information and to score your tickets today.
Try some exercise.
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud. You're here to be part of. You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. Today I'm joined with former YSU alum, NFL player, and ESPN analyst Ron "Jaws" Jaworski. Jaws, what brings you to campus today?
Football. Hey, quite honestly, that's what brought me back to Youngstown. I'll be at the game against Duquesne. And it's really ironic as I was flying in this morning, and I'm thinking, I have not been back to a football game here in Youngstown since I played and finished my career here in 1972. So I'm excited about going to the game. I've been back historically for different events that have gone on around the Youngstown State football program. And Paul McFadden, my dear friend who I played with the Philadelphia Eagles, reached out to me a few months ago and said, we got to get you back. We got to get you back to a game. I said, well, I think I got about 2 or 3 days this weekend. I told them 2 months ago, and we're able to get it in. So I'm real excited to come back, not only to watch the game, but to be around, Jim Tressel and Coach Pelini and Paul McFadden. I'm sure I'll run into a bunch of my former players tailgating before the game. And actually had an opportunity this morning to just walk around the campus a little bit and kind of peruse what changes have been made here, and it's pretty amazing. It is really, really amazing, the growth of this campus, and to see all these wonderful students and all the programs going on here. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, and we now have the new Don Constantini Multimedia Center. So I'm sure you'll be looking at that and kind of getting familiar with that, because that's been a new renovation that we've had recently.
I think it's fantastic, and as we all know, the multimedia is where everything is going. I know you've been involved with the newspaper side of business, and that's kind of a dying breed to most of the people that I talk to, and it's all about all the multimedia stuff. And I think with the new center is a huge advantage for students coming to YSU. And I spent 29 years now at ESPN, so I know what sports means to business and for opportunities for young people to get into the business. And I think building buildings like that are very important to the growth on campus.
I know you're giving a speech on what sports broadcast majors should expect in the field. For the people who couldn't be at that speech, what advice do you have to sports broadcast majors?
It's really simple, and I will approach speaking to the broadcast people like I would to the football team. It's an opportunity. When you get an opportunity, you have to take advantage of an opportunity, and you have to work hard. And you've got to want it really badly. If it's, you pursuit of your next career, or myself when I left playing in the NFL, pursuing my next career as a pro football analyst, you've got to work hard. And I've always felt this way, at least me personally, and I tell the broadcast people this and the football people this. Everyone wants your job. Everyone wants your job. How bad do you want it? And I've always kind of felt, in football, I played 17 years in the NFL. The average career is 3.1 years, so I beat all the odds. And people ask why. I say, you know what? I'll never let anyone outwork me. I may not be the biggest, I may not be the fastest, I may not be the smartest, I may not be the strongest, but when you go to bed at 10 o'clock, I'm staying up till 11. I'm going to get an edge on you. I'm going to outwork you. So just like I tell the football players, you want to be successful, outwork your opponent. You want to be in the broadcast business, outwork your opponent.
I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I want you to tell me a little bit about your foundation, the Jaws Playbook.
Very, as proud as I am of the things I, had and have happened to me in my life, my wife of 45 years, 3 kids, 5 grandkids, a 6th on the way. One of the things I'm most proud of is my foundation. And we've raised over $5 million through my foundation for at-risk youth in our community. We build ball fields, playgrounds, give those at-risk people nutritious foods. And there's nothing more that makes me more proud than we go to a ceremony and we cut the ribbon for a brand new football field, an AstroTurf field, or go to a playground and cut the ribbon for a new playground, or see a high school that couldn't afford uniforms and we give them a check to buy brand new uniforms. So my foundation is able to do that, and I'm really, really proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
My last question for you is actually from social media. We reached out to our social media sites and asked users.
Oh, here comes the tough ones now. Is that what you're telling me, Lisa?
No, I think it's a pretty good one. Josh Fitch wants to know, what was your best memory as a YSU Penguin, or just from your time in Youngstown in general?
There are a lot of great memories. If I had to zero in on one great memory, it was beating Akron University. Because that game was kind of our Super Bowl when I was at Youngstown State. There's always been this intense, fierce rivalry with Akron University. And Dyke Beatty was our coach at the time. And we had lost 3 times to Akron. And if we had beaten Akron my senior year, we were going to get these gold footballs. And I remember we were all lathered up and all geeked up. I wanted that gold football. Now, it's not a big gold football, but it's a small gold football. But we won that game. And it still sits very proudly in my display case at home because, I have a Super Bowl trophy, I have a Super Bowl ring, I got all these fancy things, but I got that YSU win over Akron. That gold football is very important to me.
Yeah, it's very. It's always very good to remember your roots.
That's
for
correct.
Sure. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Up next, Abigail will give us the rundown on arts and entertainment in Youngstown.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm YN proud.
Hi guys, my name is Sutton Stacy and I'm this week's Student Activities Minute of the Week. Homecoming is approaching very quickly and I'd like you to vote for this year's Homecoming King and Queen candidates. You can vote via your Penguin portal on September 25th and 26th, or you can stop out to Lower Arcade and Kilcawley Center and vote from 10 to 2. We are so excited for this year's Homecoming and cannot wait for you to come out. On Wednesday, September 25th from 4 to 5:30, YSU United will be holding a discussion on mental health. Come on out and tackle this topic of mental health here at YSU. Don't forget Y Live is hosting Blake Shelton this year at Stambaugh Stadium. Tickets are still available. You can go to ylive.com to get yours today, and we can't wait to see you there.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Gabby Owens. Students enrolled in the returning gospel choir course are sure to feel Bliss Hall sounds of soulful songs. Jambar reporter Francis Claus has more.
I think for a lot of my students, it's their first time singing in a gospel choir, period. So I'm trying to figure out ways and figure out songs that are easy enough, for them to catch on relatively quickly, but not, it's kind of super simple, like, children's song, and things that are fun to sing. I think a lot of times when you get in the gospel choir, you're kind of intimidated because there's some people who are in here who can really belt and really sing out, and other people who can't, So I'm trying to find ways to include everybody. I actually had a bass who sings with us. Usually in gospel choir, there's not a bass part.
Aside from the vocals, hand clapping and foot stomping is an important component of gospel choir music to make sure the group keeps a steady tempo. For some students, they are no stranger to the genre, and it provides a way for them to get closer to their religion at YSU.
Gospel music it's another way to express yourself, not only through an artistic form, but I know some people, they tell you to give praise to God. And some people don't know how to do that, you know what I mean? And so gospel music it opens that door to have a way to give your praise.
But the gospel choir course at YSU isn't just for students who are religious or already know about the genre.
If you want to sing with us, doesn't matter, where you come from, what background, what major, anything like that. If you want to come sing, sign up, especially in the spring. I want to have a lot more people in here to kind of get us engaged, get us going.
The gospel choir is looking for more people to sign up in the spring semester when they will debut their first concert. Singers and instrumentalists of any major are welcome. Francis Claus, JambarTV. CMA award-winning artist Blake Shelton will headline the 2019 Y Live concert on September 21st with special guests Justin Moore and Tyler Fair at Stambaugh Stadium. Tailgate lot M70 opens at 3 p.m. and stadium doors open at 5:30. Guests are encouraged to bring cash, and prohibited items include outside food and beverages, bags larger than 4 by 6 inches, coolers, and video cameras. Tickets for the concert can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com or at the Southwoods Health Box, office located in the Cavoli Center. For more information on parking, visit ylivemusic.com. After the commercial break, tune back into JambarTV for an update on sports from Dom and Brandon.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Hello and welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Dom Joseph.
And I'm Brandon Terlecki, bringing you what you need to know in the world of sports here at Youngstown State University. The San Francisco 49ers arrived in Youngstown and hit the YSU soccer field this past week as they prepared for the Cincinnati Bengals, who would actually go on to defeat Sunday to improve to 2-0. The 49ers have had Mahoning Valley ties since Youngstown native Edward DeBartolo purchased the team in 1977. The team has been in the family ever since. Also, Penguins head coach Bo Pelini was hired as the 49ers defensive backs coach in 1994, which was his first gig in the National Football League. The last time the Niners came to Youngstown to use YSU's facilities was in 2011-2012 season, where they would go on to face the Baltimore Ravens in Super Bowl 47.
The Youngstown State football team showed up again on Saturday with a huge win over Duquesne University. They would go on to win this game to advance to 3-0. This is the first time the Penguins have been 3-0 since 2012, while Duquesne sits at 1-1.
It's always out there.
They finished with a total of 377 yards on offense, and while the defense forced 3 turnovers and held the Dukes to just 206 yards. Quarterback Nathan Mays went 8 for 11 for 131 yards, while also picking up 63 yards on the ground along with a score. Freshman Mark Wade scored his first touchdowns of his collegiate career with a pair of rushing scores in the first half. Following a bye week, our Penguins will be back at the Ice Castle Saturday, September 28th, as they will host Robert Morris at 6 p.m. Now on to the women's golf team. They are off to a good start as 3 Penguins finished in the top 10 of the individual standings and second in the Bucknell Invitational at Bucknell Golf Club this year, and the Penguins are looking to stay in stride here in the 2019 season. Ben Lulai has more.
Last season, Youngstown State University's women's golf team found great success in their season as they medaled in 7 out of 12 matches they participated in. This year, they look to keep the trend going.
I think we're off to a great start. I think we've got a very talented team, and I think as long as we do the things that we need to throughout the year, it's going to be a very good year.
The Penguins started the season by winning the Roseanne Swartz Invitational and took second at the Bucknell Invitational.
Well, I think we all know that we played really well, and we have a positive mindset coming in to this next tournament.
The team is focusing on competitiveness this year. With a few new players and a relatively young team, the Penguins know they need to keep their competitive spirit to make it back to the Horizon League Championship.
We got 3 good new players on the team, and we are a more competitive team this year than last year, so I think that every one of us feels that we need to play even better to qualify.
Expectations are high for the women's golf team as they looked ahead to a challenging season.
I expect them to just continue to do what they've been doing, work hard throughout the year, do the things we ask of them. And again, I think we're in for a very exciting year.
The team heads to State College, Pennsylvania to play in the Penn State Nifty Line Invitational on September 21st and 22nd. Ben Lulai, Jambar TV.
Thanks for tuning in to Jambar TV. For more information on stories and additional content, check out our website or pick up a copy of the Jambar today. I'm Rachel Gobet.
And I'm Brandon Brown. We'll see you next Friday at noon, Penguins.
NCAA Division I FCS football is a game of perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship. As he works to honor the game, every FCS student-athlete grows in his responsibilities as a student and as a member of his campus and community. Dedicated to personal growth and success in the classroom, the NCAA Division I FCS, every down, every day.